Hello everyone and welcome to Brickburst and my best sets of the year, or favourite sets of the year. This is a top 10 list, and starting at number 10 it is the Fortress. This is the Nexo Knights set that kind of was the flagship set of the first wave of Nexo Knights. It came out almost an entire year ago, and just really cool. I love the fusion of the medieval style knights and the futuristic weapons and just awesomeness. I love the colour scheme, very evocative of the old Ice Planet 2002 sets, which was one of my is one of my favourite LEGO themes of all time. You may have seen some of my other videos in which I talk about Ice Planet. And I love the bright colours. I love the transparent orange and the cool bright colours of the knights, all the weapons and all the new pieces, including that new spiky 1x1 piece, like pyramid piece. Really cool, and a moving castle on treads is just really out there, really wacky and really insane. At number 9 is Lighthouse Siege from Ninjago, the first of several Ninjago sets on this list, because Ninjago is again one of my favourite themes. Brilliant set, just a really cool play set. I do like the buildings. I tend to prefer building sets to vehicle sets. I find that they can be a little bit more detailed, and the vehicles somewhat lacking sometimes, but this is a really cool set. Love the way that it looks. I really love light up elements, so the fact that this has got a light in is an additional bonus, and it's got some really cool minifigures. You don't normally see 8 minifigures in a set of this cost. I think it was £60 when it came out in the UK, and they're really good minifigures as well. There's a couple of exclusive ones, particularly Echo Zane looks really cool, and of course you get the main villain for the year in Nada Khan. Yeah, really cool with some cool features. I like the swing rope, whatever you would call it, this when you swing down the side. And the hanging lanterns look brilliant as well, so it's a really highly detailed, cool looking set. At number 8 is the Airport Battle from Civil War. The reason this is in here is pretty much for one thing. I think the Quinjet is not the best Quinjet they've done. A little bit disappointing it's so small, but it's pretty cool. The little airport tower, again, pretty good. Quite like that it certainly does look like an airport tower, but otherwise pretty forgettable. And all the added bonuses like the little airport car are meh. The reason this is in my list is for the Giant Man. Giant Man looks absolutely amazing. I really do hope that the giant buildable minifigure is not an idea that they kind of get rid of anytime soon, because the build itself was fun and I think he looks absolutely amazing. I really love him, and he's actually one of my favourite builds of the year. If it was just him in a set, he probably would have even been at my number 1. But you get some really good minifigures in here as well. Winter Soldier is superb. Scarlet Witch looks amazing, and this is my favourite War Machine that we've got as well. So really happy with this set, really cool. And at number 7 is the AT-ST from Rogue One. I think this set is probably one of the more accurate movie vehicle renditions that LEGO have ever made, actually. Really like kind of the, I don't know if you call them eyelids on the face of the vehicle. Looks really cool, and the guns look good, and it all just looks very iconic, as it is showing off one of those incredible vehicles from the Star Wars universe. The minifigure selection is good. I believe they're all unique, and it's just a nice to get some decent minifigures with lots of printing and indeed lots of cool accessories. And yeah, it just looks really good and really accurate to the film. Price point wise, it was £40 in the UK and $40 in America, so I picked up in America, so I did quite well. A little bit expensive over here. At number 6 is the Rock Roader from Ninjago. Really surprised that I'm actually putting this in my list, to be honest. When I first saw this, I really wasn't too keen on it. I thought, I would get it for the minifigures, but I didn't really see what was special about it. However, if you've seen my review of this vehicle, you will see why I liked it so much, and it is because of the 4-wheel independent suspension. Really unique and cool build to this. I've never built anything quite like it. The way that each individual wheel has suspension of its own, it works so well, and just pushing down on the middle of this vehicle is really satisfying. And the way that you can just move it over objects, I can imagine if you were a child you really would love this set, even more than me do. Me does. Me, a adult of 30 years age. At number 5, it is the Ghostbusters Headquarters. Again, just a mind-blowing set, really. Really fantastic. The detailing's so good. Yeah, from the outside, it does kind of look quite plain, but that is very accurate to the film. Apart from maybe the colour scheme, but I don't even mind the colour scheme. I think it looks good, and this is a Lego representation of it, so it's going to look slightly juniorized in a way, but yeah, it just looks very bold, very clean with the kind of no studs showing, and the minifigure selection is absolutely amazing. What do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minifigures and Slimer and a couple of ghosts. So minifigure selection superb, all unique to the set, I believe. I think the most, actually maybe some of the Ghostbusters aren't unique to this set, but superb minifigures, amazing detailing in the centre of the item as well. Really fantastic, and it was so fun to build. At number 4 is the Harvest of Fear, the Batman Harvest of Fear. If you've seen my favourite minifigures of the year video, you will know that a couple of these are actually in my favourite minifigures of the year. But I love the Combine Harvester, looks great, and the function works really well. I love the see-through or transparent green elements, which look great, and it just looks like a very cartoony, comic booky vehicle. And Scarecrow minifigure is superb as well. I really like Batman's helicopter. It's quite a chunky and battle-orientated vehicle, and I like the colour scheme as well. The black, blue and grey looks quite good. Even the little tractor is a really nice build. But then on top of that, you've got 5 exclusive minifigures, which is brilliant. To get so many all unique minifigures, and some of them with such unique elements, really superb stuff. Okay, at number 3, this was really hard because this is, these 3 are pretty indistinguishable from each other in terms of my enjoyment. But at number 3, I am going to put the Disney Castle. It is amazing. It's definitely one of my favourite builds of all time. But there are a few flaws that are the reason it's at number 3 and not slightly higher. The biggest flaw being the minifigure selection. There's 5 minifigures here and only 4 of them exclusive, which is, the last item on this list was a £60 set, which had 5 exclusive minifigures, all of them really good. This one is a £285 set, I think, so it's more than quadruple the price. And to get less exclusive minifigures is bad. Even the unique ones are not particularly bombastic. Tinkerbell is probably the best minifigure in this set. She is the only way to get her. The other 4 you can actually get in the minifigure series, albeit in different costumes. But yeah, just very weak minifigure selection, I would say. Having said that, the build itself is absolutely incredible. There is so much detailing on the outside and some really unique building elements which look superb. And yeah, just really, really great stuff. Lots of exclusive elements. And yeah, it just looks brilliant. It really does look amazing. Yeah, superb. One of my favourite sets of all time. At number 2, again, this was phenomenally hard to choose between the number 1 spot and the number 2 spot. But number 2, I'm going to go with the Bridge Battle. Or the Web Warriors Bridge Battle. I think it may even have an ultimate in the title there as well. What an amazing set. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so I love all of the Spider-Man Lego. And the minifigure selection in here is possibly one of my favourite selections ever. They're all unique apart from Spider-Man. Spider-Man, shame that it's not the one that came in the Sandman set with the dual moulded legs. Really don't understand the decision to not use them. Now that they exist, there's no reason not to use them on a Spider-Man, so I don't quite get that. However, that is nitpicking on such a tremendous set. The other minifigures aren't made, a little bit boring, but all the others incredible. Loved finally getting Scarlet Spider with such a cool costume. Kraven looks amazing, and he even gets a new element in the form of his very fluffy neck thing. Jessica Drew, or Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl, she looks amazing, and I love her costume, again very accurate to the comic book. Scorpion looks superb. Again, another unique element in his scorpion tail, which looks really cool. It's a little bit static. It looks a bit weird that it's straight. Should have been a bit more curved. I'm sure that it was probably a balance issue is the reason it's like that. But it doesn't really matter because he looks so good. And then my favourite figure in the set is Green Goblin. And if you've seen my favourite minifigures of the year, you'll know that he's in that. Green Goblin just looks absolutely superb. Very accurate to the comic. And then the set itself, love it for several reasons. First of all, it just looks superb. I love the way that it just clearly does look like a classic American or New Yorkian bridge. It looks very imposing, it's large, and of course it is built so that you can get a couple of them and put them together and it looks even better, which is actually precisely what I've done. I highly recommend doing it. It looks absolutely amazing. If you can get a second one and then just use your own pieces to build an additional middle platform, it really does look absolutely superb, and easily one of my favourite sets of the year. In fact, my second favourite. But last but by no means least is my favourite set of the year, which is the Samurai X Cave. Absolutely brilliant. When I first saw this, I don't think I appreciated just how cool it is. There's so many features on this set that make it absolutely brilliant. First and foremost, the minifigure selection is perhaps not mind-blowing, but you do get a decent number of them. There's 8 minifigures in there, and several of them are exclusive to the set. Really love the Nia and the Lloyd. They look really awesome with their cool new ninja garbs that debuted this year with the kind of dual colours of their primary colours. And then the vehicles are really cool. I'll talk a little bit more about the vehicles in a minute because they have an excellent feature with the set itself. But the set itself looks amazing. It's got a really cool colour scheme with the very sandy outwards, giving the appearance that it's in the middle of the desert as it is in the show. My favourite feature of the set is the kind of loading platform. You move some levers and it just completely swings out and changes direction, and it just, that function, when I was building it I didn't understand what I was building and I was very perplexed and intrigued, but then when it all came together and I actually gave it for a test run at the end, I saw what it did with the spinning out of the platform and I just was blown away by it. And then the last feature of it is this section in the middle, the kind of loading system for the vehicle. The vehicle has got basically interchangeable parts, or the mech, so you can give it like a jetpack with engines, or you can give it like a turbine pack, and you slot them all in, and then you basically pull and click the mechanism down and it clicks them all together. And again, it was a feature that blew me away. Really tremendous set. Just absolutely had so much fun building it. It was really unique and awesome minifigures. So thank you very much for watching my favourite sets of the year video. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments below what your favourite sets of the year were, and subscribe for more videos. Hello everyone and welcome to Brick Burst. My name is MJ and today we are going to be restarting this video.